Welcome to Math 1350 online, Mathematics for Elementary Teachers. My name is Laura Bean, and I'll be the instructor for this course. A little bit of background information about me. I've been teaching for about 10 years now. I taught high school for 5 years at Rockwell Heath High School, and then I resigned and took a break and got my master's in education and got my master's in mathematics while I was adjunct at a community college, and then now I'm here as a full-time instructor at Texas A&M University Commerce. My office location is on campus in Commerce, Benyon 303A, and my office hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 9:30 to 11, Wednesdays 12 to 1, and 2 to 3. During these times, you're more than welcome, if you're close to Commerce, to come on campus and meet me in my office at these times, or we can video conference call or whatever we need to do to just so that I can help you be successful in this class. But these are the times that I'm for sure in my office, and we can figure out some other times if these times don't work for you. This is the syllabus that you can get online. You don't necessarily have to print it, but you might want to refer back to it just to make sure you know all the things for the course. The best way to contact me is by email. Here's my office phone number. If I'm in my office, I'll answer the phone, but it's just honestly not the best way to contact me. Email's the best way to contact me, and I will try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. I will guarantee Monday through Friday I'll give you a response within 24 hours, and then I'll do my best to do it sooner than that. So I'll check it every single day that I'm here, which is Monday through Friday. On campus, and then I'll try to check it in the evenings, and then try to check on the weekends also, just to be able to answer any questions that you have. When you send me an email, it would be really helpful in the subject line to write your name, and then also write Math 1350 online. And if I see that, I'll try to respond to those emails first over other emails that I get. So just make sure you put this in the subject line of all the emails that you send me, just so I can make sure I know who you are and what class you're in. Another way of communication is the Remind 101 app. We'll get that set up in another video, probably in the next video we'll do that. The reason why I like using that is because I don't get my email on my phone, just a personal choice for like work-life balance. But this is a way you can text me and say, hey, I sent you an email, will you check it? Or, hey, I have a quick question. This is just like a way we can text back and forth without having to have everybody's phone numbers and have a little privacy. So we'll get that set up in the next video. So for this course, the materials you'll need is this textbook, Mathematics for an Elementary Teacher, a Conceptual Approach. This is the 9th edition. It's an old edition, okay? So it's not the new edition. I picked an old book just so that you don't have to spend very much money on it. So I think you can get it on Amazon for like $7, $10-ish. Other websites that you use for textbooks, it should be pretty cheap, less than $20. So you don't have to have, like if you and a friend want to go in together, that's fine. You just need to have access to it, so that when I say your homework for today is page 84, these problems, you just need to be able to have access to it. So a library book or whatever, it doesn't matter. I just need you to be able to see this book and be able to have access to it throughout the week. So I'm not going to read this whole syllabus. I'm just going to touch on the main points that you need to know for the class. The goal of this class is to go over, it's usually about K through 3rd grade math. There's a little bit higher than that, but the class after this goes into the more like 4th through 6th grade math. And the goal is not for you to learn how to do addition, but to understand it better and to learn other ways to teach it to students. So we will be going over the basic addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, fractions, integers, decimals, all that sort of thing. And the goal is not just for you to understand it, but also to be able to teach it better to your students. Okay, so course requirements. You need to obviously have internet access. You need to have Microsoft Office because, well, you don't necessarily have to have Microsoft Office. You should be able to submit something as a PDF document. And you need a basic scientific calculator. So something that does like just basic 4-function, decimals, fractions. If you want it to do fractions, it can. So the instructional methods. In this course, there will be a module for each week. So for this first week, you'll see module 1, which is basically week 1. Module 2 will be week 2, so on and so forth. Within each module will be videos and assignments. The videos, you'll probably have 2, 3, 4-ish videos each week, so plan for about 2 to 4 videos. The reason why I do so many is because there's nothing worse than having to sit there and listen to an hour-long video. I'd rather split it up into chunks. And so the videos should be 15, 20 minutes each. That's my goal, is to make them about 15 or 20 minutes. And so there'll be multiple videos. I would strongly encourage you to take notes during these videos. Most of the lectures I'll be writing like on just a blank sheet of paper, and I'll be like writing what our notes are, so you can write along with me. You can take pictures of it, however you want to do it. You just will need to refer back to the notes that we take during class. So make sure that, take during the videos. So make sure that you are able to refer back to what we learned during those videos. Attendance, you need to be accessing the course multiple times throughout the week. So the course opens, like each module opens, like the videos and everything will for sure be uploaded by Monday morning, like 8 a.m.-ish. And then they will close Sunday night at midnight at the end of the week. So if you plan to get on Monday night and do the whole week's worth of stuff, that is fine. I would just encourage you not to submit it until later on during the week, just in case if there's an update on a mistake on the video or a mistake in the homework or maybe clarification on something. So just be aware that if you do it all in one day, you just make sure to check back throughout the week looking for updates to see if there were any issues or whatever. I'm not perfect. I will do my best to make sure everything's proofread and worked out correctly, but I'm for sure not perfect. So there will be mistakes, and if you catch them, like, please let me know what mistakes I'm making. Also, just FYI, this class in a classroom it's spent 2.5 hours per week in the classroom doing lectures and activities and stuff, and then there's stuff outside of the classroom. So you need to plan to spend at least 3 hours a week on this class. Even though it's an online class, that 3 hours can be 10 minutes here or 15 minutes there, but it still should plan for about 3 hours per week. And probably about an hour of that will be the videos that you're watching. The homework. There will be homework each week, like one homework assignment over all the videos. So if you watch the first video, you may only be able to do the first couple problems, and after the second video, you may only be able to do the middle section of the homework, and the last video will help you with the last section of the homework. So just FYI, like, don't try to start the homework until you've watched the videos. They're due on Sunday night at midnight each week. Late work usually isn't accepted, but if I do accept it, it'll be graded with reduced credits. So make sure that you're turning in your homework on time. I'm giving you a whole week, and all the due dates are Sunday night at midnight, so there shouldn't be any confusion on when it's actually due. When you turn homework assignment in, I want you to turn it in as a PDF document. So there are multiple ways to get a PDF document. One of my preferences is if you want to use your phone for it, there's this app called Cam Scanner. There's lots of apps. This is just the one I've always used. So with this app, you just take a picture of whatever you want to take a picture of. So here I'm taking a picture of this assignment. You can resize it to whatever size, whatever piece you need it to be, and then it cleans it up a little bit, and then you can email it to yourself as a PDF document. So I'm going to email, you can do lots of different things, but this is just the way I usually do it. So email as a PDF, and then you can send to whatever email address you want to. So that's a good way to get a PDF document. Those are very clean and pretty self-explanatory how to use it. It's also a free app. I don't really care how you do it. I just want you to submit things as a PDF document and not as a Word document or any other type of file. PDF is what I want for a submission. And the reason why is if you have a Mac and I have a PC or vice versa, the formatting can be off and it's just hard to see sometimes. So PDF document is also a small file that's easily accessible to everybody. Also, if you have multiple pages, please turn it in as one PDF document. Okay, so take all the pictures and get, like on that app, you can do it. Let me see, let me pull it up. You can do it a batch. Let's cancel that. Sorry, so when you go to take a picture, you can do a single picture or you can do a batch. And so if you did a batch, you can take multiple pictures of all your things and resize them and all that, like change the window for it. So one PDF document for homework assignments when you turn them in. There will be quizzes randomly. You won't have a quiz every week. It'll probably be just probably about 4 to 5 quizzes for the whole semester. And I'll let you know ahead of time when you have those. They'll be online, but they will be timed. So make sure you're prepared to take the quiz when you go to take it. The other piece of this course is the reflections, activities, and projects. So each week you'll have videos, you'll have a homework assignment, and then you'll also have a reflection, activity, or project. And this will look different every week. So when this class is taught face-to-face in a classroom, it's taught with, like during the class day, it's some lecture and then some activity. So it might be group work, it might be with a partner, it might be a whole class activity, and this is what will replace that whole class or the group work section of the face-to-face class. So some weeks it might be a journal that you're writing a reflection for. That's the first week's assignment. Sometimes it might be an activity, like here's an activity, go find a student of some age to do this activity with and you know, tell me what happened, answer these questions about it. It might be a project. It's just different every week. So you'll have 2 assignments basically. One of them's a homework assignment and the other is one of these types of assignments. You also have exams in this class. You'll have 3 exams and a comprehensive final exam in the class. So the exams will take about an hour and a half to complete. They're usually about 15 to 20 questions, but there's lots of writing on it, so it usually takes about an hour and a half to complete. The exams have to be taken at a face-to-face testing center, a certified face-to-face testing center. So if you are close to Commerce, you can come to A&M Commerce, and there's an academic testing center that you can test at. You don't even have to make an appointment. You can just show up and do it. Or if you are at like the Metroplex or Navarro, they have testing centers there that we can set you up with. Or there are other testing centers in different cities that you can pay a fee to go take a test at. You have to take an exam at a testing center though. So we're gonna figure this out well before exam number 1. Figure out the time and the place and everything. So you need to start thinking about this, about where you're going to be taking your test at. So you will have 4 exams you have to take there, 3 regular exams, and then a final exam. So that kind of leads us into our first assignment. Like, this is just an introduction thing. So you'll still have a homework assignment and a reflection for the week, but this is just like an introduction assignment. So what I would like for you to do is take a moment to introduce yourself. Like, give me your name. I said city, more like the area you're in. Are you in Commerce? Are you in Metroplex? Are you in Houston? Like, where are you located at? What your major is, what your plans for teaching. So I want to be a math teacher. I want to be a reading specialist. I want to teach 2nd grade. I want to teach kindergarten. So just so I can kind of know where you're headed. And then anything else you want me to know. So if you work 80 hours a week, like that'd be a great thing to tell me. Or I can only access on Mondays and Saturdays, or, you know, whatever circumstances you have that you want me to know would be helpful for me to help you be successful. This would be a great time to tell me those things. And then the other thing, I want you to tell me your plans for taking an exam in the class. What location at a certified testing facility do you plan to take your test? You don't have to like set it up today. Just like let me know so that we can start the process of contacting those testing centers and getting those things set up before your first exam. And submit this as a PDF, so 1 PDF document. Sunday night, I'd like it before that, but if you can't do it until Sunday night, that's fine. The reason why I'd like it before that is if like you're having trouble with it submitting as a PDF document or the formatting or whatever, I'd love to help you out on that before you turn in your first homework assignment. Okay, so go ahead and work on this and get this turned in. It shouldn't take you but 5 or 10 minutes. And I will have a assignment box to put this in. It'll say introduction assignment, homework assignment number 1, reflection assignment. So this specific assignment would be put in the introduction assignment, uploaded in the introduction assignment spot on the module. Okay, so final exam, we'll talk about that when we get closer to it. I'd really like for them all to be taken by Tuesday, December 11th. That can be flexible on that day, and we'll talk about it like closer to Thanksgiving time. So the grading policy for the class, quizzes and attendance. So the quizzes you take online, and then the attendance, accessing the course, watching the videos, so on and so forth. That's going to be 5% of your grade. The homework, activities, reflections, and projects will be 20% of your grade. Exams will cover 50% of your grades, and then the final exam will be 25% of your grade. This part here talks about technology help. If you have issues with your browser, this is all from the IT department, and this is how to access the MyLeo online if you're having any issues troubleshooting. It has, let's see, let me turn the page, who to contact if you need help, so on and so forth. So this is more technology stuff. I didn't write this. The IT department sent us this to include in our syllabus. Okay, so let's see, academic integrity. So this course is online. I'm not seeing you except for the exams. So I am trusting that you're watching your videos and you're doing your homework. You're just not copying it off the internet or copying it from a friend, that you're doing your homework yourself and learning from the class. If you plan to be a teacher, this is valuable information that you're going to be teaching in your classroom. Even if you plan to be a reading specialist, lots of times we don't always get what we want our first year, and so you may be stuck teaching 5th grade your first year or whatever situation you're in. So we should need to make sure we have all the tools ready to so that you can be prepared to be a first-year successful teacher that first year. So this course is important to learn all the topics that you might have to cover with your degree. So make sure you're not cheating and that you're just keeping up with everything and paying attention and just doing your best in this course. I believe that's pretty much it. If you have a disability that you need a modification for, if you will let me know that, I should be getting an email from the disabilities office, but you can let me know that in your introduction assignment. That would be a great time to tell me some of those things. And then here's kind of our course outline. So this week, syllabus, problem solving and strategies, so on and so forth. You'll see week 6 is exam number 1, week 10 is exam number 2, week 14 is exam number 3, and then the last week is the final exam. So in your next video, we'll start with the problem solving notes.